everyone, I'm Laura Gale Locke with your City 7 News Now update. The Wichita City Council just received a recommendation from a committee who's been working on redrawing the Wichita City Council district boundaries. We have our City County Planning Director here with us today, John Schlegel. John, thanks for being here.
Well, thank you for having me on.
Well, first just explain a little bit about the process and what this committee's been working on.
Right. The committee you're talking about is the Commission of Electors. They were appointed by the City Council back in July with the task of redrawing the council district boundaries as a result of the 2010 census results. What the census results showed were that the population distribution amongst the council districts had become skewed toward certain districts, not enough in some of the districts and too much in others. Mm-hmm. So they've been working through August and September on trying different options out, and they had a nice tool to work with the city's geographic information system. So after the City Council meeting on Tuesday, the Commission of Electors presented their recommendation, which is called Map E, to the City Council for their consideration. And now at this point, the City Council has until December 31st to review the recommendation and to make any changes to that if they wish.
Okay, maybe you could just tell us a little bit about Map E. I know that's probably a little difficult to describe, but we could maybe put it up on the screen for people.
Well, as the map on the screen shows, there were some shifts in boundaries, and some of the more notable shifts were in District 1, which had to expand because they were a little light on population as a result of the population growth in Council Districts 2 and 5. So District 1 wound up taking some precincts that had been in District 2, and they were put in District 1. District 3 also had to expand in order to grow in population. And so some of the precincts in District 1 that were south of Kellogg were put into District 3. District 6, which is west of the Canal Route, over to the Big Ditch, is now expanded west of the Big Ditch into precincts that were previously in District 5. District 5, of course, has had to shrink a bit because it had too much population. And then District 4, which is in the southwest portion of the city, expanded a bit north of Kellogg out in the western part of the city up to Maple. And those are basically the big changes that occurred.
Okay. So for anybody at home who's watching this and wondering, what does this mean to me? What would you explain to them about why they should care about this process?
Well, it could affect who will represent them on the City Council in future elections. And so they should pay attention to this, particularly neighborhood associations and homeowners associations that feel that they have a certain affinity to one council district or another, and they ought to let their council members know. Mm-hmm.
So I was just going to ask that. What's the best way for people to give feedback?
Well, we are willing, as staff, if they wish, we can come out and talk to their neighborhood association or HOA. Several of the council members have requested that we present the Map E, the recommendation of the Commission of Electors, to their district advisory board so they could come to those meetings. And if all else fails, they can always just talk to their council member or send them an email. Any of those will work.
Okay. And so the next step would be go out, get some more public feedback, right. And then this will go to a council meeting before the 31st, is that?
Yeah, what will happen is once the council is satisfied that with the map, then an ordinance will be drawn up which describes which precincts belong in each of the districts. And that once that ordinance is adopted, then we'll notify the county election commissioner about which precincts belong in which council district. So in the meantime, if people have some input on that, we glad to hear from them. And they can see Map E on the city's website, wichita.gov. And they should take a look at that and let us know what they think.
All right. Anything else you wanted to add?
No, I think that about covers it.
Okay. Thank you, John.
Oh, you're welcome.
And thank you for watching this City 7 NewsNow update.